And I think that's one of the reasons why this kind of thing on one side are not talked about, but on the other side are dismissed, because people don't want to see that, because they want that the industry is so fantastic and all the sacrifice has a meaning.
Yeah, no, I know, and I don't want to be dismissive either. I think the health panel is not that negative. I actually think
no, it doesn't.
I felt it was. I tried to be as positive as I could. But I know exactly what you mean, Alex. First of all, thank you so much for saying the kind words about that panel. I'm glad that you liked it. It was a very important video for me. It took me a year to get a health panel up and running. It was very difficult. I managed to get an amazing partner on Cave Academy to do it. He was really, Jay was really up for it, which was amazing. And he invited me right away when I said I was interested on this. But I'll tell you a secret, Alex. It took me almost a year of knocking on doors on companies, on sponsors to try to get this thing up and running. Everyone said no to me. Everyone said, no, we don't want to talk about that. No, we can't talk about that. No. People are going to complain about a specific company. People are going to complain about this. We can't do those things. And I said, well, that's the point. We need to talk about this. And so I was almost giving up to a point that I was going to just do it myself, and then it was so cool to find Jay on Cave Academy. He was planning to do this talk. It was like the minds combined, I was planning to do it, he was planning to do it, and then we kind of like joined our efforts. But everyone else turned me down, sponsors, companies, other visual effects houses that were not in, and also people turned me down saying, no, I can't do it, otherwise I'm going to lose my job. And so it was very, very difficult. And I understand that point of view. I can tell you for a fact, Alex, that I have lost jobs because of my YouTube channel, because of certain things that I've said and certain things that I've shown. I've gotten emails from people, we were thinking of using you, but we know that you're gonna say this and that on YouTube, so we can't really do it. I'm okay with that. I'm living with that now, because also on the other hand, I've also got jobs because of my YouTube channel. I've also got contacted from people saying, just the other day I was on set for an Adobe commercial, and the company that hired me, I can't really talk about who it is and what the job is, but not yet because it's NDA, but the company specifically told me, we contacted you because we love your YouTube channel, so we want you to be on set for this. So it happens the other way around as well, and I guess that's the thing with the fans and people that like my work or don't like my work, but it is tricky to talk about these topics because there is always that fear that you might get fired or you might get misinterpreted. And it's a shame, that has to be like that. I feel like it's a bit sad that we can't talk more openly about these issues, because after working for 20-something years, I have met hundreds and hundreds of people with mental issues, people with depression, people with anxiety. And these people are being bullied every day on the companies. They get bullied. As much as the companies pretend that it's not happening, it is happening. Not only bullying from a nervous point of view, from a mental point of view, from an aggression, verbal point of view, but there's also physical abuse. There's like sexual abuse, there's rape, there's all sorts of drug-related problems. A lot of VFX companies have a lot of issues, and I've witnessed them. This is not the past. It's not like people pretending, oh yeah, that was what used to happen on the 90s. No, it still fucking happens right now. It's just that people don't want to talk about it. And people do, sometimes privately. They send me messages saying, oh, I love that panel that you did. This happened X, Y, and Z on my life, and I had to leave the industry because of it. And I get dozens of messages like that of people saying, I left the industry because of this. I left the industry because of this. And it's so sad. It's so sad to think about that. These people are talented, like, it breaks my heart, like even my voice is break. Like, it breaks my heart, like, to see artists that are, they loved the industry, they loved working here, and then they had to leave because they were bullied. Fuck, man, fuck that. It's bad, they shouldn't have never left. They should have still been artists, and now they're doing something else because they couldn't stand being there. And I fuck the companies that did that to them, like, I wish that they would have supported them and helped them through this. And maybe I wish some other people would have supported them so that they could have gotten another job in another company, because there are companies that really help people. There are companies that care about the employees, but others that don't. So, you asked me why I do this. This is why I do it, Alex. Like, I just feel that there's a lot of things that are not talked. And I'm not even... Let's not even talk about racism in the industry, which is also a huge issue as well. And I've seen it from firsthand, and I've talked with people that suffer this as well. There's a lot of issues, and there's always a lot of issues on everything, of course. Every industry has problems. But the fact of the matter is that we never talk about it. You go to YouTube, and it's just these beautiful videos about how amazing Black Widow was. Like, it's just like, man... Yeah, it was amazing. I just did a podcast about it. It is amazing, but I wish I also could talk openly about how much effort was it to do that specific project, and how many people were broken and how many people were fired. Do we need to do something about it? Do we need to do something about equality on women? Do we need to do something in equality regarding to racism? Do we need to do something about mental health? Do we need to do something about the long hours? We need to do something about aggressiveness from leadership and from leads and from aggressiveness on, because it doesn't really work anymore to say, on dailies, it's tough. You need to have a tough skin. No, you shouldn't have to have a tough skin. You shouldn't be a dick. That's more maybe what it should be, So I think these things should be more discussed. And maybe it's because I'm old now. I'm the old guy complaining on the corner.
You're not
like,
old, come on.
I'm the old guy like, oh, this is shit. It was better, blah, blah, blah.
In my times, it was much better.
But you see, Alex, that's the thing. It was never better. It's never been better. So I think that the old meme doesn't work anymore here. Yeah, sorry, man. I just get quite passionate and emotional about these kind of things. And again, comes back to the thing. I wish I had more time, and I wish I could have done more videos, and I wish more people would say yes to certain videos that I would love to do, but they say no. And to a point, I'm getting so many no's now for interviews and for podcasts that I wish that I wanted to talk about these specific topics, that I'm now starting to tell people, okay, why don't we do it? And I blur your face and I change the sound of your voice, just like a panorama documentary from BBC. Can I do that? And I'm now starting to get people saying yes. So I'm like, yes, I'm now going to talk about these things. That's what I'm going to do. I'm planning to do a series of videos that have people that are blurred and their voice is distorted so they can talk about these things openly.
It sounds like a spy whistleblower kind of documentary from Vice or something like that.
Unfortunately, that's people crazy. Are so afraid of getting fired and never working again that they sometimes they have to do these things. So it's, yeah, I think it is because I'm older now. I don't care really anymore. If I don't get a job because of certain things that I've said, maybe that job wasn't for me anyway to begin with. I think that's the level I'm now getting to, because I'm not afraid of working, Alex. Even if I wouldn't be able to get a job anywhere, I would just work on somewhere else. There's a plenty of bars and coffee shops and supermarkets that need work. I can work anywhere. It's not a problem at all. I'm not ashamed of working on something else. In fact, I would be proud if I had to do it. So it's a matter of trying to do what's right and trying to talk about things that are important for me. And right now, it's important for me to talk about these like little nagging issues that basically were the reason why I kind of left the industry. I kind of did. I mean, I am working on it and I'm doing work with certain companies, but the level of output is very different. Alex, I used to do like 10 projects a year. I'm now doing maybe one a year. I'm only working for a few companies and I'm only working a few times a year because I can't really work with everyone and I can't really work that much anymore. My concentration is not what it used to. I feel like burned out and I feel a bit broken. And I was burned out when I left the mill. I was basically burned out. I was. And that was one of the reasons I left. Not that it's not their fault that happened. It's a systematic problem of the industry. No one really pulled the strings for those things to happen. It just happens because the industry is catered for burning out and then replacing someone to the person next. That's how it works. If you don't want to do it, there's another one person that wants to do it. It's it's a bit sad, but no one is really doing it in purpose,
You are listening to the 21 Artist Show, a podcast that inspires creatives to make meaningful content to pursue their passions. I'm talking with creators, artists, and engineers about their careers, lessons they have learned, and how to make an impact. I'm your host, Alexander Richter. I'm a technical director and coach in visual effects, animation, and games. For more content, go to 21artistshow.com. Enjoy the show.